Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A full week of me using Reta is in the books and I'm here to tell you about how that week went. Without going any further, I just want to mention 3 different YouTube accounts that I've watched videos, and they've got some interesting Retatrutide content, and I think they would be great for basically anyone to watch and to learn from. The first one I'm going to mention is, he goes by Coach Phil. That's his channel online. I'll be sure and put that in the description. He's going through a Retatrutide journey as well, and he's a lot more advanced than I am, of course, but he's relating his experience so far in his channel. A second YouTube channel I want to mention is High Stem Ace. The gentleman, his name is Ace. He runs the channel and he runs a supplement company, and he has a lot of like pre-workouts, I'm sure post-workouts, all that kind of stuff on his channel. But he's relating his Reta experience as well through there, and him and I have chatted a couple times in his comments, and I like what he's putting out so far. And the last channel I want to mention is the Harley twins. It's a couple young men from Australia, and they put out a lot of self-improvement, looks maxing type content. What they're putting out is a breath of fresh air, in my opinion, and I love listening to what they have to say, and they have a good perspective on things, and I wish more people their age and older would share that. But anyways, those are 3 channels. They cover Retatrutide a little bit, but they have other things on their channel too you might be interested in, but I hope you like it. So far, this is my very first peptide, and it's hands down better than anything I've tried up to this point. ECA stack, other fat burners, stimulants, whatever. The effects so far are, quite frankly, amazing. And to be clear, I'm not here to glorify Reta or any other peptide. That's really not the point of this channel. I'm just trying to relate my experience so far in using it, and it's been very positive so far. But the main thing is, I'm going to run this 10 milligram bottle for probably about a month and a half, however long it takes me to get to the bottle, and I'm going to relate my experience of using it in this series, and I hope you guys will stick along for that. But the main thing is, I'm not going to try to summarize this until the end of the experiment. With all that said, let's go ahead and get some practice in. All right, one thing I want to mention before I get too far is, I'm not really out here to provide sources or even fully explain what peptides or antagonists are. There are professionals who do this for a living, and those are the people you should consult. I'm basically just an old guy trying something out. Another thing to think about is, I'm playing disc golf maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but I'm not doing any other exercises yet. However, I have a number planned and they are on the way. I will be starting exercises relatively soon. I've got some strength training and endurance training exercises coming up. So my starting weight for this experiment has been 158 pounds, I believe. My normal weight is roughly 155 to 160, but my set point is in the 150s, which is fine. That means I can maintain that weight basically forever. And so far I've lost enough weight in this first week to notice the weight loss. Things are a little bit looser, a little bit less fat, I can tell on my belly. Okay, so day 1. This was probably the most interesting day. A lot more interesting than I expected it to be, because I had never taken an injection of anything before. I've never used a needle on myself, so that was fun. So I was able to reconstitute the Reta just fine, and I tried to inject my first dose at around 10 p.m. But I had a problem drawing the solution out of the syringe. I thought I got about 3 or 4 units out of the 100 into the syringe, but it looked like I didn't draw any serum into it whatsoever, so I tried again and again, and I got about 10 units out of 100. I just had no coordination to get the right amount in the syringe, and I couldn't tell how much I got initially. For day 2, I woke up at 7 a.m. with no hunger or food noise, and no side effects that I could see or feel. So I ate 4 chicken wings for lunch and a bowl of chili for dinner, and I drank no calorie drinks during the day. I didn't feel hungry at all, but I also didn't feel satiated, or at least fully satisfied. A part of that I realize is mental. I feel obligated to eat something, but I'm not nauseous. And eating a small meal doesn't make me sick or anything. And thinking about food doesn't give me any ill effects. For day 3, I started feeling hungry again, so I made breakfast a little early at 10 a.m. Normally I make breakfast or lunch at around noon. My family had nachos for dinner as well, and I started to feel a little bit of food noise towards it as dinner approached, but still no side effects at all on this day. The funny thing is my wife got me a cookie to eat after dinner from Wendy's, and I don't think she fully understands what I'm doing despite me telling her. To her, food is food, and she just wants to make sure that I eat enough, so I put the cookie in the fridge and I never ate it. For day 4, I really started to feel normal levels of hunger, but not a lot of food noise. I made a small meal for brunch, and not only are there no side effects, but it's kind of gross, but my stool comes out easier due to it being softer. I think I'm losing more fat, so it just makes that a little bit better. But I can definitely tell that I'm losing more fat so far. By the evening, I was feeling hungry, and I made another small meal, but I also realized at that point that 1 milligram wasn't going to last a full week for me. On day 5, I woke up and I felt like I was back to my normal self in terms of hunger and satiety. I really felt like eating something, so I made breakfast in the morning. And food noise started to return at this point significantly. Back to normal, basically. I also ate dinner around 6 p.m. It was a small meal, and I don't really remember what it was, but this isn't really a food tracking blog. All my meals are small on Reta. I decided to take another 10 units or 1 milligram of Reta because I felt like enough of the effects wore off in order to take more of the serum. So for day 6, I ate a breakfast croissant with eggs, sausage, and bacon, and then went to go play a round of disc golf at a course. I ate a bowl of chili when I got home and drank a Dr. Pepper, probably one of the very few sodas that I even drink now. And there's not really much to report here for this day other than just not feeling a desire to eat at all throughout the day, and even still no side effects that I can detect whatsoever. So we made it to day 7, which is a Sunday, and I slept in. Because of the dose the night before, I only ate dinner that Clarissa got me from Taco Cabana because I couldn't eat breakfast or lunch. And it wasn't even that big of a meal, it was like a Mexican pizza or something. I also weighed myself, and I was surprised by the progress I made. I'm sure a lot of the weight that I lost is water weight and maybe some food weight, as I have less food in my stomach throughout the week. So how much weight did I lose in week 1? 7.4 pounds. With that said, I'm more interested in seeing what I'm going to weigh in at after my second week, because things should normalize for me in terms of how much food I have in my digestive system over time. So that's my experience in the first week. I find no reason to increase my dosage, and I'm only modifying the frequency at which I take it, based on my hunger and craving levels or food noise, as well as what, if any, side effects that I experience. Right now I've decided to inject myself every 4 days. There could be value in stacking effects if the half-life is 6 days and is in my system for a week or 2 more. I can titrate up by using the same dosage but increasing the frequency. The goal is to reach a point where the side effects start to occur and then dial it back to where they disappear. All right, that's going to do it. That wraps up my first week of my Reta journey. I've really enjoyed it so far, and I'm really looking forward to the future weeks of me doing this experiment. I'm going to post everything here on this channel. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.